Hello, this is Christiane Piano, and welcome to your Reset Reflection. Today's reflection is on nourishment. Now, often, nourishment is associated with food, but not only. And the reason I've chosen to speak to this today is because we are at the beginning of a new year. And often, people take the opportunity to reflect on what it is they want to create in their life this year. It's a beginning that can be experienced as a blank slate, a tabula rasa, a moment to consider new possibilities for oneself and fresh beginnings. It's a moment to perhaps reflect on the past and release and let it go, and begin to harness the energy of new beginnings, the energy of right now. And simultaneously, on the flip side, people also often experience a deep fatigue, an overwhelm, or a general tiredness, especially after the holiday festivities. So you may find yourself in a bit of a conundrum. You sense this desire to create, to try on new things, perhaps develop daily practices that support you in turning over a new leaf, whether it be in the sphere of the professional and or the personal, or both. So what is there to do? Well, this is where nourishment comes in. There are many ways in which you can nourish yourself. So you may want to take a moment just to think about the things you already do from time to time, or on a daily with consistency, that do nourish you, that do leave you feeling like you have plenty of energy to go around. When you create space to nourish yourself, your energy levels naturally rise. And the more and more I speak to people today, the more and more I hear about how tired people are. Now, there can be many reasons why one experiences fatigue. But there's something about consistently choosing to create space to increase your energy levels through self-nourishing activities so that you have enough energy not only to spend on your daily tasks like work and home and whatever else you have going on, but you also will have extra and eventually build a reserve to channel into your projects. You see, just through living daily life, tension is created. Stuckness is created. Not to mention all past undigested experiences that you're living on top of that's stuffed down into the body. And this state of tension is created often from challenge and having a picture in your mind of how you think things should be, but reality is not matching up, or how you think things should not be, but are. And this all comes from the mind And the mind perpetually zones in on what is not. And it is not a natural state for the body to be in a state of tension. And it takes a lot of energy, since it's not a natural state, for the body to maintain itself in a state of tension. So we have tensions that are created just from going about living daily life and making and creating opportunities for ourselves, and just even carrying grocery bags or cleaning your home or lifting children or having challenging conversations or the stress of meeting deadlines or for financial challenges. The list is long of what can create tensions for us within. So having a practice where you release those tensions on a daily level will support you at eventually even getting to the old tensions that you're living on top of. But without going down a rabbit hole on accumulated tension, if you think about, just for a moment, take a pen and paper and ask yourself, if I were to put a number down from 1 to 10, where is my energy level right now, today? And what would happen if you began to track what's your energy level upon waking? What is it, mid-morning, afternoon, in the evening? And then actually take a moment to quantify how much energy did I invest into the various things I did today. And in all of those things I did, what was it that I engaged in that simultaneously nourished me? So you gave, but you received at the same time. And you begin to track your energy levels and what's influencing your energy levels. You can begin to take a look at, what is it I do that used to nourish me, but I find now depleting? What needs to be altered? What needs to be modified so that I can meet myself today for exactly where I am, to best support myself, infused with compassion and self-love. And this can be a great practice of reflection so that you can begin to really hone and channel, like you would with money in your bank account. Because energy, you have your energy account. It's just not in a bank. But even money is energy. But we're not going down that rabbit hole either today. Anything we want to create takes action, takes a step towards beginning. How many things have you had on your list that you'd like to start, even on the level of self-care and growth, that you keep delaying for the lack of energy? How many things do you think of, I just don't have the energy for that conversation? Even just the idea of putting on my sneakers and going out for a walk. I just don't have it. Getting out of bed in the morning may be fatiguing. So have a reflection on what you're doing that nourishes you. And if you're interested, I've created a series that starts on the 21st of January. And it meets every Sunday for 2 hours via Zoom from 5 to 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time. And this series is called Nourishment. And I'm offering it to give people the opportunity to take action at the beginning of the year. And the practices you will do and the conversation we'll have will support you throughout the year, but also for the rest of your life. So that you can take action to actually nourish yourself, so that you can have the reserve after you move through the challenges of your daily life to invest into your dreams, whatever that looks like for you. And the reason this series is 6 weeks is each week is dedicated to one of your senses. So it's super accessible. So there's 5 senses, so that's 5 weeks. And then the 6th week, we will integrate them all. And it will be a moment. It will be a fun exploration. I'm really excited about it because I'm curious to see how people will notice the power of focusing on what is in reality as opposed to the mind's perpetual zoning in on what is not. And in soaking in your senses and exploring your senses one at a time, discovering some really incredible, beautiful things about yourself and life. You'll nourish your whole being. We'll be beginning with the body, soaking in all that is and resting in an abode of deep stillness that will leave you feeling regenerated, revitalized, with a calm ease and equanimity that will support you in navigating the challenges of your life. So if you're interested, check it out. Reach out to me. It's on christianepiano.com. That's my website. And the email is growth@christianepiano.com. Or feel free to reach out to me through this podcast. And as always, thank you so much for sharing what I share with you here, how it resonates with you, how it's supporting you in navigating your life. Greatly appreciated and wonderful to hear. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please follow. It supports more people in finding it. And share it with a friend or anyone who you think may benefit from this conversation. So wherever you are at the beginning of this year, may you be taking good care of yourself and practicing lots and lots of self-care.